Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight here. Joe White up here in the booth for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series. Hello everyone out there tonight. We're live here for this awesome event here in a special memorial race here at Daytona International Speedway. Harry J. Walls Memorial 150. And I'll have Dustin Phillips here. I'll be joined by him here shortly tonight. I'm going to tell you, I'll let you have him tell you a little bit about him, but there's an awesome man here tonight that they are definitely a memorial for him, and it's a great honor and a great thing that he's here, you know, and for the, you know, the great things that he done as a father, as a granddad, and everything, man, he lived for. So definitely his sons and his family, definitely tonight I want to honor that man, Harry J. Walls. We're here at Daytona International Speedway live tonight, FMTV2. Definitely check us out here. Again, I'm going to be joined up here in the booth by Dustin Phillips, tonight. And Dustin, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Joe. Glad to be here tonight, man. This is going to be a special event for us and the Harry J. Walls Memorial 150. And I just want to read a little piece that his son, Jack, which is currently second on the board in practice, sent me. And this was kind of a little information about him. And
okay.
It says, Harry was a loving son, devoted husband, amazing father, caring grandfather, good friend, and trusted co-worker to many. He always put the needs of others ahead of his own. He was a role model of virtue for his family, and the kindness he displayed to others made the world a better place. He loved his family, and he loved the railroad. Harry passed away on December 13th, 2016, and he will be missed. You know, Joe, I tell you what, I couldn't be more excited to be putting this race on for not only the family, the Walls family, but just for Jack, man. He means so much to this league, and I don't think guys really understand just what he means, not only to me, but to his fellow racers. And to be able to honor his dad with a special event, I couldn't be more excited to be a part of it. It's a lot of his doing, but Joe, we're just excited to get this and be at Daytona. Especially where this is one of Jack's favorite places. So,
absolutely, I agree with you there, Dustin. It's always a good thing as we watch Jack, like you said, Walls here on the track. You know, currently sitting second. I'm showing on the speed chart, so maybe my IRTVO might be a little off, but definitely showing him second there. Yep, showing him second on the speed chart. So definitely fast here tonight. But you know, again, that is awesome coming from a family, and you know, I feel for him. I know losing my parents and whatnot. So definitely, man, you always want to honor him. And it's a great honor here tonight, as we'll put right there, Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 tonight, Daytona International Speedway. I just love saying international, for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series. This is the USRL, and I am Joe White up here with the booth, and I'm accompanied by Dustin Phillips. And this is race 2 of the season, by the way, folks. I mean, this is going to be exciting. We had a thriller one last week, and then tonight we should have another thriller here at Daytona.
you're exactly right, Joe. And you know, last week's winner, Trent Potter's quick time here in practice so far. You know, the draft does a lot here, and you know, it's going to depend who you pick as your dancing partner tonight. And as you know, as we get into this race, we consider this speed weeks here at the USRL, and we've been in the B cars on Wednesday night at Daytona. Thursday night we had us a practice night here, practice race, where Butch Frazier, your third place guy at the moment, won the race. So you know, with it being the Harry J. Walls Memorial 150, you know, he loved the railroad, and you'll see a lot of trucks here tonight with the railroad theme, and I think that's something that's exciting to see with the guys doing the extra paints for that. And also, I do want to mention that Jack is putting up $5 to each driver that came in with a train-themed truck. That's a tongue twister, but he's done that, and we really are excited about this race tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm with you there, Dustin. It was exciting last week to be here with you again. I I appreciate y'all letting us be here this season here at the T-Rex Grills. And again, that is awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize to all the viewers. I know Dustin mentioned the train paint jobs. As you saw, some of y'all saw, I was working diligently in practice here to try to get trading paints and working with Dustin and all the crew. And hopefully these paints just all of a sudden pop up. I have done everything, so I will apologize to the drivers and to the league and all the viewers out there that if one of these paint jobs is not showing up, I have done everything I can do, because right now we're watching Jake Walls. He is in the Amtrak's machine as he was last week. So definitely, though, that is a great thing for all these drivers to do out there, to put those, to even have the thought to be able to do that. That is awesome, because like you said, that man loved the railroad. That was his passion, and it's just a great thing to be honored that way.
You're exactly right. And we're going to Jack. I won't say we are. Jack has decided also, if you finish in the top 3 tonight, we're going to have guys. We're going to talk about it a little bit tonight. But for his idea was to come up with a way to kind of give back to a charity. So the first place finisher here tonight will receive $50 donated in their name to their favorite charity, which we'll talk about at the end of the race. Second place will get $30, and third place will get $20. So that's another thing that Jack does. He's a very giving guy, and I couldn't be more excited to be able to put him spotlight on him tonight. If you asked him, he wouldn't want it to be on him, but being here at Daytona, this guy's pretty good here, so I'm sure he'll be there anyway. So Joe, just really good guy, and you hate to see someone lose a family member, but I tell you what, the way that this man was loved by everybody, this is a fitting tribute for sure.
Absolutely. 100% agree with you there, Dustin, and it's awesome that the league will do that. It's awesome that his family members have stepped up and do it. Like I said, it's a great thing. Hey, Chris, what's going on out there? Appreciate it. He says, hey again, Joe and Dustin. Now we're up here. We're going to have a blast here at Daytona International Speedway tonight. T-Rex Grills Truck Series. I tell you, let us know how the audio sounds. How's the stream looking? Again, I apologize. I have had a few technical difficulties here in the last couple of days, and it's pulling my hair out here to try to figure out what's going on. I do a lot of test stuff, but tonight, hopefully everything runs smooth as butter. And right now, we're watching these trucks roll around this 2.5-mile monster of a track tonight under the lights at Daytona here. We got about 4 minutes to go before we go to qualifying. Dustin, anything else you want to add out there?
No, I tell you what, Joe, it's going to be another exciting night. Daytona is anybody's race here tonight, and last week we saw Trent Potter and a few other guys kind of dominate the race. Tonight, man, you'll probably see a few others dominate, but you'll see everybody have their chance at the front here tonight with strategy. So really excited. Looks like we got 28 drivers again tonight. We're missing a couple that couldn't make it, but it's going to be a fun time, Joe. And like I said, race number 2, Daytona. It's always a wild card, but it's exciting to see what these guys decide to do here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. You got 28 trucks out here tonight. I tell you, hey, don't be ashamed there, Dustin. That's a pretty darn good field, man. Still with 28 trucks here. And when we start to see when this race goes green, all 28 of those trucks are going to be nose to tail, 2x2, and some thrilling, exciting, close door-to-door action here, as that's what Daytona brings to us. It brings to life the best. I mean, this is I said it before, the epicenter of motorsports for NASCAR. Actually, for some road racing, as we got the Daytona 24s coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. My Facebook has been blowing up on the 24 hours of Daytona prep, and this year I do enjoy running that, but this year I'm gonna take the year off, and I think that's gonna be a very exciting event for guys. And Daytona is just fun in general, man. Me and my family usually go down to Daytona about every year, and just enjoy speed weeks with the dirt cars, with the asphalt late model world championships down there. New Smyrna, all that stuff, man. It's just a fun time to be down in Daytona, where the weather's pretty decent most of the time. Way better than what it's been here in North Carolina this week for sure.
Absolutely. I'm sitting on about 6-7 inches of snow when you talk about that. So definitely these guys here in Daytona would down there the palm trees and the weather down there. But in another month or so here at NASCAR in real, as we talk about in real, we'll actually be back at Daytona here, thundering around this 2.5 mile track, and it will be awesome to see again. But tonight we got, like we said before, this is the Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 here at Daytona, and it is a fitting tribute to that man right there. I'm going to go ahead and say that young man right there, because everyone loves that, and it's a good fitting tribute to him, Harry J. And he's got his son out here, Jack Walls, running in this race also. And right now, Jack Walls is actually sitting 2 on the speed chart behind Trent Potter. And we've got about a minute to go before qualifying starts, Dustin. I tell you, I'm getting pumped up, amped up. The people out there in the stream, they're getting amped up, ready for this race.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I was talking to the guys there in the drivers' meeting earlier, and just explaining to them to just be patient. We've got 60 laps, which is, seems like a lot here at Daytona at 2.5 miles. That's 2.5 miles at 150 miles. But I tell you what, it will go by quick if we run through this, and there'll be green flag pit stops, will makes it exciting. But we'll just see how these guys decide they want their race to go, because as I explained in the drivers' meeting, you can't win it on lap 1, you can't win it on lap 20. You've definitely got to be there at the end, and the guy that does that and takes care of his truck is going to be your winner tonight. And so with that said, as we get ready to go right here in the qualifying, a couple of drivers I want to put up on the board for being up front and qualifying. You'll see the number 55 of Butch Frazier. He'll be up front for sure. I talked to a few teams during the week, and they were saying different strategies, laying back, waiting for the big one to happen. But I think Butch and the boys are gonna try to get up front and just control this race, and I think that's going to be important too. So we'll have to see how it unfolds for sure.
It is, and we're a month's qualifying right now here, Dustin. Tonight in Daytona again. We mentioned it, and we're going to see here in probably another several laps. I'm going to ask you I'm going to say that you have what? How long is your qualifying time here?
I believe we'll probably be down in the 49.9, 49.8 for qualifying, single car or single truck qualifying. So we'll it should be down around, depending on if a guy gets a good gust of wind going down that back stretch. But other than that, we'll see guys down in the 49s. Should be a tight field again. But there, like I said, there's a few that really know how to get around here, and we'll see those guys towards the front.
Awesome, good deal. Carson, I don't click on the driver chat here under the stream. I do that because unfortunately we have heard a few drivers out there have a few choice words that we just really don't want them to come over the stream about. So that's why you don't hear the drivers chit-chatting it up a cool breeze out there and whatnot. But nonetheless, hey, it's definitely still going to be exciting here. I'll ask you something, Dustin. Let me know when we're getting down to about 2 or 3 minutes to go before the green flag drops here at Daytona.
Will do.
Yeah, as you see here on the upper side here, I don't have the ticker to let me know. I just have it to show the qualifying. You're right, Carson. Some of the drivers, unfortunately, and that's just a product of racing, really none of their faults, really. I mean, it's just a product of racing. Emotions flare, tempers get high, and, we definitely don't want that. We might have some young ones out there watching, we don't know, and kind of keep it a little family friendly if we possibly can. All right, Dustin, I'll tell you what, we're sitting here in qualifying, watching William Long here, as we definitely are checking out his pace here, and see who anybody has completed their stop. I don't think anybody has yet. So we're just now getting a few of them here that might be starting to do them. Let's see what William Long ends up with here on his run.
Yeah, we got a few guys down through the first lap. We'll see what their second lap is. You know, it's not always good to be the fastest guy first lap for sure. So, you know, you'll see guys. As it looks like we got Jordan Beck's first one to complete his time. He's at a 51 or a 50.15. So I think you'll see a lot quicker than that. So we'll see how this thing starts to go down as guys complete their second lap.
Yeah, and I'm with you there, Doug. And you know what? We didn't mention it, but really, I mean, this is a restricted play race. You can actually start dead last and bring it to the front. I mean, really, qualifying here at this track's unusual or unique. That's a better word to use than any other track out there, because qualifying might be really important to most of them. But here, I don't want to say it's not important, but it really just, yeah, you could qualify pretty much anywhere and still bring it to the front.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, right now we see Jack Walls on the pole. He was fast in practice. He's fast here tonight. I tell you what, you know, it is important to be up front. But like you said, you can make your way. If you got friends, there you go. As we see Butch Frazier go right to the top of the boards with a 51.32. So, you know, like I said, I told you those two boys would be up front, and here they are. They were second and third in practice, and now they're first and second in qualifying so far. So definitely figured to have them up front, and no surprise for me, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you called it. Butch Frazier there with Jack Walls right there behind him. And let's note, Jack Walls is the man who is putting on this event tonight in memory of his father, Harry J. Walls, tonight, the Memorial 150. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm honored to actually be here to be able to call this race here with you, Dustin, tonight for T-Rex Grills Truck Series. So we definitely got a lot of drivers out here posting some good times up here right now. Butch Frazier sitting on the top of the boards as by how long we got here before we go green flag racing, Dustin?
About a minute and a half, and I will be right back.
Well, with that note, then I'm going to take us to our stars and bars. Folks, don't go anywhere as we're going to grid up here for Daytona International Speedway. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here live tonight, Daytona International Speedway, as we see these trucks roaring off of the pit lane here to get set to start tonight. And Dustin, I'm going to run down this grid order here tonight. On pole, Butch Frazier, like you were saying, putting it out there. And in second place, Jack Walls himself. So right there, 1-2 for Hyper Motorsports right there, putting it up here up front for the start of the Daytona race here, the memorial for Harry J. Walls. Jordan D. Beck in third, Nelson Riviera in fourth, Trent Potter in fifth, Stephen Page sitting in sixth, William Long in seventh, Nate Fuller, I hope I said that right again. I know I probably messed it up, in eighth. Kyle Zimmer sitting in ninth. Donnie Lee there in the top 10 round, and I tell you, Dustin, as we go through the rest of this field here, we have got a slew of nice-looking trucks out here.
Yeah, we sure do, and I want to speak on this. We were talking to viewers earlier about the theme with Harry J. Walls, as he loved the railroad. He worked for over 40 years on the railroad with different companies, and so the guys have a lot of train themed trucks tonight. So you'll see that. And it's a special tribute to who Harry was, and to have these guys paint their trucks up and have all of them here. They look excellent. Really got to give a shout out to them.
Yes, sir, we do. Like I say, lights off on the pace car here. Pace car takes a hard left turn, pit long. We're green flag racing here tonight at Daytona International Speedway as we hear these trucks roar down into turn number one, Dustin.
Yeah, they will, and you'll see guys. There's going to be different strategies here tonight. Guys are going to try to stick together, get with their teams. We have a rule here: you can't go three wide for the first 3 laps of any start or restart. So hopefully, we'll see guys just take their time. Just take care of their trucks, and let's get here to the end and have some good racing.
I'll tell you what, right now is some good racing up front. Like we say, nose to tail 2x2 as they're heading down the bad stretch here, roaring down here on this 2.5-mile track here. And you've got Jack Walls along with Bush Frazier side by side battling out for the third. They can't go anywhere, but they have got trucks trying to push them to the front.
Yeah, you're right. We were here Thursday night, and the same thing, Thursday night. It seems like the top or the bottom really couldn't get that push by one another unless you got some really, tough trucks pushing each other. So we see that this front group separated itself. There's some different strategies going on. So we'll see what happens. And, as we see Jack pull up to the front in front of 55 of Butch Frazier, and, those are teammates, so that was probably kind of an idea that we thought we were going to see early. So we'll see these guys just kind of stick together, Joe, and just ride this thing out.
Absolutely there. And, Jack Walsh, he led that first lap there over Bush Frazier, so definitely looking like he's going to lead lap number 2. As you said, teammates up front of Hyper Motorsports here as we're coming in a tri-oval. You definitely, Butch looking like he's looking on the inside, but I tell you what, he's probably going to stay tucked up behind Walls there as he pushes into lap number 2, or lap 3, excuse me, and Jack Walls. But that outside lane says, hey, I have none of it. I'm going to bring it to the front myself.
You're exactly right. We got Nelson Rivera up on the top with Stephen Page and that brand new Fast Lube Toyota Tundra here tonight. That's a new sponsor on that truck. With last week's winner, the 18 of Trent Potter pushing. The top works here really well, and if you get a couple of good trucks up there pushing, they can definitely hold these 83 and 55 pin down.
They can, and I tell you what, right now the trucks, and Jack Walls knows at least he's got a teammate behind him helping him work out right there, because, man, Bush Frazier's all over the back end saying, hey, look, I'll get up there and I'll help every one of them 8 cylinders push along that block, because that's what I'm doing. I'm all over the back end trying to push him around here as we head off into turn number 1, side by side, and they are door to door, nose to tail, and it's awesome right now. We're sitting at lap number 4 of 60 tonight.
As we see the 55 go up in front of the 12, he's wanting to lead the most laps here tonight. I guarantee you, he wants to stay out front, and so he'll do what he can to try to get back in front of the 83, as he did right there. We'll probably see that switch up a few times here tonight, but really surprised at the guys that hadn't decided to go to the top yet. Kind of guys just waiting things out, riding, and that may be the theme here tonight, just making sure I get to the end.
And you're 100% right. We're going to try to get all the trucks here, but the thing about Daytona is there's so much going on here, and there's so much excitement. I mean, these guys are going to be stuck together like glue all night long, and we know, being drivers, Dustin, that is nerve-wracking. Even though it is 60 laps, it is still nerve-wracking to be stuck like that. You know you can't go anywhere. You got your foot. I mean, hey, and not only your foot to the floor, but you got it out there trying to come and help the front push like a Fred Flintstone trying to get this truck. As we see a power move by the #1 machine of Stephen Page.
Yeah, Stephen Page in that fast lube, #1 Toyota for Hyper Motorsports. We got 4 Hyper Motorsports nose to tail for the front 4 as we see Trent Potter trying to push Steve to the front here. You know, guys are going to want to lead laps here early and often, so you know, that top is where you're going to make that pass, because the bottom, those guys would just ride. So you know, right now we see the 9 of Kyle Zimmer come up on the back end of the 18. If he can get a good push, these guys can push right around the 55.
They can. You're right. The #9 machine, excuse me, of Kyle Zimmer right there, trying to make a name for himself and bringing it on up here and help out the Hyper Motorsports team of the number 55 and 83, which would be respectively Bush Frazier and Jack Walls right there. But the #1 of Steve Page says, I'm bringing my Toyota to the front here, and he's got help along with the 18 of Trent Potter.
Yeah, for sure. And you'll see as these guys are teammates, you know, they're probably on the radio with each other, just making sure that, hey, I'm stick with you. You know, they're talking back and forth for sure. Because Stephen Page definitely got clear to 55 that last time, decided to stay with teammate Trent Potter. So, you know, long way to go here. We'll see, you know, how a lot of these teams have faded back as we're looking at this front pack. But right now, the second pack is way, way back.
It is, because we've got 2 style of packs right here. We got the front pack running up here, nose to tail, and some of them are door to door. And it has been nothing but electric here as the Hyper Motorsports team there tries to fire back on the inside with Bush Frazier there. Jack Walls pushing him to the front as they're going to try to overtake Steve Page. Butch looks like he wants to lead this lap number... Oh, I don't know. That was too close to call on my end there, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure, man. It seems like we got some stuff going on in the back I didn't see.
Let's see if we can go back here to the back, man, and see what we got. We got a few trucks back here that are split up. Most notably, Bush Potter. We got a yellow flag.
Yeah, it seems like the 11 of Carson Abe got into the 2 of wasn't quite clear of the 2. And got into the #2 and caused caution there.
Well, let's rewind it back here and see if we can't get a good shot on what happened here for all the viewers out there, just to kind of give them a heads up, because like what we said, that was in the back here. And oh, yeah, looks like he thought, man, there was maybe a little more room than what they were. He went down and he spun it, just a little bit of damage, but that #11 machine definitely thought, hey, I had an opening, went low, and got spun there.
Yeah, for sure. I heard him come over the radio, and they were Carson took blame for it. He realized spotter said clear, but he wasn't quite clear. So just a tough break. Hopefully these guys can get their trucks in and get them repaired.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on the caution here for the first time tonight. Lap number 9 of 60. And Dustin, man, I'm gonna tell you, I might be out of breath by the end of this one because all the excitement. I mean, these guys were just. And they were nail-biting it up front here and definitely giving everything that they had at the first part of this race. And that's what Daytona brings here tonight for the Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 here at Daytona International Speedway. Joe White up here in the FMTV2 booth, accompanied alongside with Dustin Phillips tonight. We're bringing this to you for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series. I want to also tell you, check out soon coming the website, FusionMotorsportsTV.com tonight. We're live, YouTube and Facebook Live tonight. Definitely FMTV2. Check it out. Want to appreciate all the viewers out there, too, that have came out tonight and watched as we're calling this awesome action here. And, you know, it's been a lot of the Hypersport guys been up front tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, if you don't mind, I'd like to get a word with one of them right now.
Sure, go ahead. Bring them on up in here.
Stephen Page, Justin Phillips here in the booth with Joe White. Decided to stay out there under caution. Teammate in second place, 55 of Butch Frazier, decided to come in. Decisions on staying out.
Well, I talked to Trent a little bit, my teammate, and we decided that we ain't been but 8 laps, and the truck feels good up here in the front. So I think the old fast loop Tundra's ready to go.
Well, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, tell us a little bit about your sponsorship. Heard that that deal just came about this week, and it looks like he's going to sign on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we're extremely excited about it. David Phillips of Fast Lube in Dunn, North Carolina, decided to come on the full season, and we got the good trucks at Hyper Motorsports, and the sponsorship dollars, I believe, we'll be able to run up front.
Well, that's good to hear, Steven, man. Them Hyper Motorsports trucks look good tonight, and I tell you, top 3 right now. Butch came in to top off with fuel, and we'll see that happen. We didn't see many guys stay out behind him, so you got about 5 trucks that stayed out. So besides that, going forward, how you feeling about your chances here tonight?
Well, I feel pretty good. I mean, we definitely got the speed, and Trent Potter, he's fast. He's behind, and I asked him what he wanted to do. He wanted to stay out, and we had a good push there in the middle groove there. It was running pretty good, so we'll have to see. But Butch is the man at these Speedway, so let's see what we can do.
All right, well, it was good talking to you, bud, and we'll get you back up and get you ready to go green here in just a few. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. I want to say thanks to Fusion Motorsports TV. You guys do a good job in the booth. Thanks, Dustin.
Appreciate it, man. All right, Dustin, I tell you what, we already got some fans out there already rooting on their favorite drivers. Want to appreciate Steve coming up here talking to us here. Like I say, he's got a new sponsor coming on board, gentleman helping him out there. That was awesome. But got Chris Harvey out here in the chat. He says he's rooting for the number 18 machine here, Trent Potter, to maybe try to bring it home again tonight, like I said, last week's winner. So, and he's saying the race so far already exciting, and you better believe it, Ben Dustin's pumped up here in the booth.
Oh, for sure. I can tell you what, it's anybody's race here at Daytona, but to be up front again week number 2 is going to be is definitely going to be an exciting thing for him, and I'll tell you what, he's going to try to stay with teammates all night. Yeah, definitely. That would help, and maybe you can help me out here. So I'm going to take, is Stephen Page one of his teammates? Yeah, Stephen Page is one of Trent Potter's teammates at Hyper Motorsports, as well as the 83 of Jack Wall sitting in 3rd. So got a lot of Hyper boys out there tonight. Definitely figured for those guys to be up front. They bring a pretty good truck here. So, as the lights are out on the pace car, we're getting ready to go green here again. Oh, they're not out. They'll be going out this time by, I believe. But 50 to go at this point. Still a long way to go. A lot of racing left. And tell you what, the guys that are up front now aren't necessarily going to be here at the end. So this is anybody's race, Joe. It is, I tell you, even though you got teammates. We saw earlier that, 2 teammates there, they were swapping positions back and forth early. But you're right, we'll have 49 laps. And lights should be going off on the pace car, I think, this time by, and I believe they already have, because I missed it. But yep, so we're going to go green flags. We're going to have 48 laps here left at Daytona International Speedway for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series Harry J. Walls Memorial 150. Great honor to be able to call this race for that. Calls right there, and definitely the winner tonight is actually going to get, is going to get a purse payout to their charity of choice. That is correct. First place will get 50, second will get 30, and third place will get 20 to the charity of their choice. So that's another good thing that Jack Walls and the Walls family have provided here tonight in honor of his father. Just a great event to be a part of, and just glad you guys could be here with us. Awesome. I appreciate it. As we're heading down here now, we're coming into turn number 3. We'll call this thing here, as I always like to say, the pace car takes that hard left turn on the pit road and going to send these massive machines roaring off across the start-finish line into turn number 1, and definitely will send them off here tonight, as we have got a slew of trucks here tonight at Daytona International Speedway, as now they're in turn number, well, they're coming out of turn 4 here, Dustin, and it looks like we're almost set here to get going back to green flag, as we see that little bitty
We see that little pace car poke his head up underneath the ticker there. He makes the left-hand turn, and we're about set. Green flag action here, Daytona International Speedway. We're going to have 48 laps here to go, and look at Stephen Page jumps out front.
Yeah, you're right, and that might have been a little strategy. I don't know if they got as great a start as they wanted, but I think he wanted 18 to tuck in behind him. But the 83 got a pretty good start, and he'll get the push off into one.
He will. Now you're right. That number 83 machine of Jack Walls maintaining right there in second spot so far. But hey, look, they're 2x2 nose to tail as they head off into the bad stretch here for lap number 48. It's going to be 47 to go this time by. And man, if you don't think we're excited in the booth, you better believe these drivers out there just holding on to the steering wheel, praying like, oh, well, is it the end of the race yet?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some guys here that are going to be tired after this one. You don't think it's too tough with super speedways, but man, the action is fast and quick, and things happen here before you know it. So you've got to be on your toes the entire race. And you know, I see a couple guys that definitely want to get to the top this time. They know that eventually they'll push those guys around that bottom pack. But I tell you what, tonight with the weather being 75 degrees, 74 and track temps of 75, man, it's definitely a little warmer than where we are right now, calling it. So I tell you what, man, I'm kind of surprised at the trucks not being able to get a push as much on the top as they have all week. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that as the race progresses.
Well, and that's a product of the trucks in themselves. I was looking through the field here, some of these awesome paint jobs and whatnot, but that's a product of the truck and the track. It's once you get there, you're kind of like, stuck in quicksand, so to speak. It's like you can't go anywhere. I mean, you've got it to the floor, and you're hoping the guy behind you can push you to the front, but it's almost like once you get there, it's like a brick wall, and the truck stops, and then you're just 2x2 the rest of the way, and who knows?
Yeah, you're definitely right, Joe. And another thing is, if you got a guy behind you on the top that is aggressive, and when I mean aggressive, that's going to end up, being that that guy that helps you get to the front, pushes that rear bumper, as we see the 9's not doing that to the 18 at the moment. That bottom line's just going to pull away from you. So you've got to stay aggressive on that top and be able to push that guy past that bottom line.
Yeah, I agree with you there on that one, Dustin. I tell you, and you're right, if that 9 doesn't kind of snug up to the rear end there of the number 18 machine and try to help him push off. But plus, side draft has a lot to do with it here. Plays a little bit, too, as it cuts off that draft. Definitely want to appreciate all the viewers. How you doing out there, Steve? He says, go Tommy Haynes in the 17 machine. So he's got his favorite out there. Heck, since you mentioned the number 17, we'll go ahead and we'll show you the 17. He's currently in 15th, started 21st, so he's definitely moved his way up a little bit. He's definitely trying to fight. He's in that second group back there, though.
Yeah, talked to those guys earlier, JCR guys. They decided they were going to probably take it a little conservative tonight, and right now they're running about midway to pack, which is being somewhat conservative, but, Tommy's real quick here, and we'll see him make his way towards the front as the race goes on for sure, as we have a caution.
Oh, yeah, we do. Man, there's truck spinning on the inside. What's the numbers there? We'll let viewers out there check it out.
It was definitely involved with the 15.
Okay, well,
15 of John First Jr. was involved.
All right, well, let me check the 15 while you're doing what you need to do, and we'll go from there. Definitely get some, let the viewers out there see what happened. I saw the trucks go flying off into the infield. John Fitcher, unfortunately, and I hope I pronounced his name right, looks like just again one of those drafting deals, and man, he hit a hard lick. Wow, he hit that thing so hard the truck just stuck into the wall. Holy cow.
Yeah, he definitely got some damage on that truck. Looked like the 2 just got into the left rear of the 81 and sent him into the 15, and that's a tough break for the 15 for sure.
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what, with that note, we're going to go to a quick commercial break here. Hey, fans, don't go anywhere because this is definitely exciting here tonight. Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 Daytona International Speedway T-Rex Grills Truck Series. Joe White up here in the booth with Dustin Phillips. We'll be right back.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Want the best sport and iRacing graphics? Sport Graphic creates custom graphics, videos, logos, iRacing paint schemes, suits, and helmets. We also create social media graphics, Twitter headers, Facebook covers, and more. Visit our website for more information and to view examples and the latest designs at sportgraphicdesign.com. We strive to be the best of the best. The best graphics are made here at Sport Graphic.
All right, we're back here, still under caution here, lap 42 of 60 laps tonight here. I'm Joe White up here in the booth, accompanied by Dustin Phillips here. We see a lot of these trucks are taking some pit stops, and it might be their one and I don't know if this is going to be their one and only pit stops. What do you think, Dustin?
Not really sure, but I definitely saw a couple of guys take two there. It looks like Raymond Edge in the 72 had a quick pit stop, 4.3 seconds, took two tires. Looks like he got out first is what I'm believing.
It looks like.
And, Butch Frazier right behind him probably, again, may have only been a splash and go. Tires are not going to be a big issue here tonight, but definitely if you stopped earlier, be a good time to take none, so we'd see.
Well, I tell you what, you're 100% right there. Like I say, got Raymond Edge, who up there in his number 72 machine. Looks like he came out there, got a good pit stop of a Butch Frazier in his number 55 machine. But Jack Wall's there, rounding the top three. Carson, help me with that last name.
Carson, Alvey.
Hogvey? All right, we're going to go with
Hogvey.
that. Hogvey. All right, Carson Hogvey in fourth place. And I tell you what, Nelson Riviera right there in the fifth, rounding out the top five. And I tell you, some new drivers. But, hey, that's what we're going to see all night long, Dustin, is swapping up positions. These guys are going to be up front, in the back, in the middle, I mean, all over the place. And, we got the viewers out here. Definitely want to appreciate each and every one of y'all watching tonight here. T-Rex Grills Truck Series. As we're still under caution here, we're probably going to have about, I'm going to estimate 39 laps to go when we go green. This, then probably the next time by, I'm going to say probably 2 laps to go this time by, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. We've got about 39 to go, and still a lot of racing left, and these guys have been doing a pretty good job. Looked like a little bit of net code there with the 2 and the 81, but that's a tough break. 2 went to the bottom of him and kind of got into the left rear quarter and sent him down into the 15. Kind of one of them racing deals, tough break, but these guys will get their heads screwed back on and everything's gonna be fine. And we'll go racing here with the 72 of Raymond Edge taking them to the green here.
Absolutely, I tell you what, which we're still waiting for that one to go signal here at Daytona. As hey, that's one of the, I guess, a good thing, the bad thing about the cautions here. It's such a big track. They do take a little bit of time. Actually, lets us sit here and look at these awesome machines out here under the nighttime atmosphere and look at the paint jobs these gentlemen have. Talk a little bit about the teams out there. Like I say, Hyper Motorsports is in full effect tonight. They are coming out strong out the gate. But there's a lot of other teams out here in the T-Rex Grills Truck Series.
Yeah, for sure. There's you've got Dumper Speed Shop and Wow Racing. Great group of guys there. You've got Carson Hosever, as we just talked about earlier, development single car team here tonight. He's up front again this week. As it looks like the 72 is going to choose the outside this time as the lights are off on the pace car. Along with, we got Need for Speed Motorsports. A lot of these guys, very talented that we'll see up before this race is over for sure.
Yeah, absolutely right. We're getting set to go back green flag. Let's get 39 laps to go here at Daytona International Speedway for the Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 tonight. Great calls that is tonight. And I tell you, Jack Walls, which is, I'm going to say, the son of Harry J. Walls, who is sitting in fourth place right now. He's been up front all night long in that number 83 machine of his for Hyper Motorsports. But he's got a slew of hungry cats behind him, and want to try to take that away from him and try to win also.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. You know, very, you know, I say this every week, and it's just not because of the league we're running here, but these guys are really good, genuine, good guys to be around with, and as well, they come out and have a good time. And, you know, Daytona is one of those crazy places that you'll see things happen, tempers may flare, but at the end of the day, these guys are a good guy to go out and get a beer with, or, you know, just enjoy the family type people. So really enjoy what we have here, and looking forward to the rest of this race.
Absolutely. As we're coming out of turn number 4 here, I'd like to say pace car's going to take that hard left turn down pit road and send these monster trucks, man, roaring off into turn 1 at Daytona tonight here. As we're seeing it, pace car is off. We're going to go green flag racing with 39 laps left here at Daytona. The Harry J. Walls Memorial, as we're listening to these trucks storm off into turn number 1 here. Look at the lights and the sounds of these trucks now. And we got a wreck. Holy cow, right here. We just started and already got 2 trucks flying off into the infield, and we got a yellow flag.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough break. It looked like the 72 didn't get a good start there, and the 14 kind of went underneath him, and they kind of got into him, and you know, kind of one of those racing deals. But it's going to definitely be guys got to kind of be patient there. If another guy doesn't get the start that he wanted or you wanted in front of you, you've still got to give him that room and not just driving the back of him.
I'll tell you what, I saw one of them spin off down there. What number was that went spinning off into the infield?
It looked like the 22 was involved, as well as the 12 of Nelson Rivera.
Okay, let's see if we can go back and recap. We watched a little bit live right there for the viewers. As they went off down into the infield there. Yep, number 22, he went sliding off down into the infield. He got it stopped though. Wow, so he didn't hit anything, so that's good. Didn't tear that truck up or anything, so that's awesome. But you're right, it looks like it was just one of those restart type of deals where somebody in front of them just didn't go like they normally do. And that happens. I mean, hey, the guys are on older style tires or new style tires. Sometimes can spin the tires, don't get the anticipation, miss a gear, and it can happen. You never know.
Yeah, you're right. As you know, it definitely some tough breaks there on the restart there, and we'll see. It's unfortunate, you know, that that kind of thing happens, especially early in a restart. But that's patience wasn't there, and you know, it's hard to see. You know, you can't hardly see the truck in front of you when you're behind it. So guys got to be mindful of that and be able to check up when they need to, and come over to the radio and let everybody know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you have a problem, just flipping through the field here, looking at some of these great paint jobs out here. Overly Trading Paints has finally decided to say, take his hiatus here and wake up on me and try to get some of these good-looking trucks out here. I see some of the railroad ones out here you were talking about right there. One car caused a whole... Well, yeah, one truck can cause a whole wreck, unfortunately, Tyler. Talking to some of the viewers out there, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. The one definitely did.
They said one car can cause the whole wreck, and he's right. I mean, it only takes one truck out here to do it, and unfortunately, you know, and it's not that, you know, we sit up here in the booth and we see this thing as the viewer sees the wrecks and whatnot. But let's go ahead and say that these guys aren't here meaning to do this stuff. I mean, accidents happen. It's racing. I mean, especially racing this close, and anything can happen at this kind of speed. So by no means, when we say what we say up here when the gentleman gets in the wreck, it's definitely hey, it just happens.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, it's a tough break because you know, the 14 and the 1 both checked up for the 72 there, and you know, the 14 checked up a little more than the 1, but you know the rules are rules here, and you know we're going to send you to the end of the line if you're the cause of it. So the 14 and the 1 do get an EOL.
Okay, well, you know what? In most leagues, that is a rule that is out there, and a lot of leagues I'm familiar with, they do the same thing. So no harm, no foul. Unfortunately, like you said, you know, it is one of those things, and it's good that a lot of the guys, they own up to it, and like you say, and we'll just have to see as we're just still flipping through here. I noticed we got 2 Amtrak machines out there. We got the 99, a Corey Wharton, and then Jake Walls and his number 83 machine. They must be teammates.
They are for sure, and you know, I think you know, Corey wanted to. That was a company that Harry worked with in his 40-year career, and it's a paint that I did actually for Jack, and it looks like they wanted to run the same paint tonight. So that's an awesome tribute from Corey, and tell you what, it was fun doing that paint. You know, he kind of wanted to look like the train that his dad worked on, which was a 900 series. I can't give you the exact number,
awesome.
But it was it's very similar in color and with the way it's designed to look just like the actual train itself. So it was exciting to do that and be a part of that, as well as everything that Jack is doing for us. So we're excited to see what the rest of this race holds, and we'll get these guys back green here shortly.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we go back green, I'm going to mention that John Fisher, is that right?
John Fershing Jr.
John Fershing has finally got the Thomas the Train truck scheme showing here. So Trading Paints did decide to finally show up, and I wanted to get that on the stream so bad because we were talking about it before, but you're right, we're about to get set to go back here. But I have about 35, 36, I'm going to say about 34 laps left here, but definitely wanted to get that paint job in because if not mistaken, you did that for him or somebody?
No, he actually did that one himself.
Okay.
What we do here is, you know, we have contingency series here, or contingency sponsors, including you guys and T-Rex Grills, B-Pillar and stuff. And so all the guys get that stuff on their trucks to be eligible for the championship, and just like any regular racing series. And, you know, John Fershing, a couple of the other guys, they do a really good job on their paints. They all look similar, like I did them, but these guys can't take credit for them. They do an excellent job in painting these things, and we just get those contingencies sit over to them. So other than that, looking forward to the rest of this race. And like I said, we got Hyper Motorsports still up front here.
We do. And, you know, just one more thing. I am happy that we finally got it because we worked our butt off in the pre-race there to try to get Trade Paints to cooperate. And that was one of them I was trying to get shown. And I just happened to flip through here. And I said, let me see. And it's good to see out there. Thomas the Train. So that's another train thing here. And you're right. Lights are off on the pace car. Hyper Motorsportsmen are representing up front again, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what maybe a little bit of teammates working together. Don't know. You know, they both want to win this race tonight, so we'll have to see as the pace car gets ready to take it off.
Absolutely here. The pace car is going to take that hard left turn on the pit road. I think we're on the back stretch right now here, so it's got a little bit to go. Here's we're real slow at 80 mile an hour pit speed. I'm sorry about that. Got a little tongue. 80 mile an hour pit pace speed out here tonight at Daytona.
Yeah, for sure. It takes a little while to get around here. As you know, I'm just excited for these guys to get this race back under green and get some green flags. You know, we had caution there pretty quick after that and restart a while ago. So we'll see if these guys get their heads screwed back on right and ready to ride here.
I like that. Get them head screwed back on. You're 100% right, but we're going to see some awesome action here, 2x2. And as that pace car's coming around here to the tri-oval, the beginning of it, going to make that hard left turn down pit road. Going to send these monster trucks, man, going off into the straight here into turn number 1. Green flag, Daytona International Speedway. Tonight, T-Rex Grills Truck Series. Dustin, listen to them things roar off into turn 1.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The 55 of Butch Frazier really got a good restart there. Don't look like the 88 or the rest of the fifth place on back got a good start. Somebody missed a gear or something because these top 4 definitely taking off.
I hear that right now. The number 83 machine is pulling out front right there. Ooh, and he pulls and he goes with his teammate and leaves the number 18 machine all alone. The outsiders are going down the back stretch.
Yeah, and those are all hyper guys, and it looks like the 72 is going to come up and let the 18 in. These trucks work a lot better together, so we'll see guys be nice to each other all night for sure.
I tell you what, and they are pushing and everything back there behind them. As we're seeing the 72 Raymond Edge right there, he almost got into trouble as he had to check up just a little bit as he got pushed down there to the yellow line, and they were almost 3 wide going into the turn.
Yeah, we see Jamie Christensen in the 88 T-Mobile JCR Toyota Tundra getting a hard push to the 55 to get these guys back up to the front. And the 54 Need for Speed Motorsports, number 54 of DJ Anderson right there in tow.
Absolutely. Right now up front, man, Butch Frazier trying to protect it, but he has got a hard charging number 88, James Christensen right there, bringing that 88 number Toyota to the front. He's got help by the NOS machine of DJ Anderson behind him.
Yeah, and you can't count out the 82 teammate of the 88 back behind him pushing that 54 as he'll get to the back bumper and try to push these guys to the front.
Yes, he will. They are 2x2s and nose to tail as they are fighting in here. The outside lane says, look, we're not dead yet here at Daytona, as we're definitely going to try to roar to the outside and maybe spoil the Hyper Motorsports party tonight.
Yeah, for sure, and they're the ones that do it, man. Those guys have a good group over there, and they're definitely fast everywhere we go. So they definitely want to ruin the party tonight, as this front seven kind of seemed to break away. So we'll see what happens as these guys can overtake those hyper trucks.
Absolutely. Right now we're watching up front here to see what's going on in this one here. Justin, I'm telling you, 2x2, and that number 88 machine's taking it to the front.
Yeah, for sure. As it looks like top seven broke away, and you were seeing a little bit of side draft in there from the 55 trying to slow up the 88 machine, but it looks like some of our streamers are saying that the lag on the stream is a little bad again. So I see a little bit of it, but not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure there either. I definitely don't want to stop with this thing going 2x2. If we get a caution, I'll try to mess around with a few things here, see if we can straighten it out for you here, because we definitely got a heck of a battle going on up front here as these guys been a nose to tail and a battle for the lead. They're 88 versus the 55 up front, Butch Frazier, and hey, looks like we've got the Hyper Motorsports boys with the other teammates right there, another team right beside them, so a team battle going on up front.
Yeah, for sure, as those bottom three are all Hyper Motorsports trucks, and the Lone Ranger number 54 of DJ Anderson in the JCR sandwich there, and those guys will work good together. They've all been around for a while, and really good racers, so DJ's definitely going to make an effort to push the 88 to the front here.
Yes, he is. He's definitely going to make that awesome effort there, and he has definitely done a very good job in that NOS machine there. He's all over the back end of the 88 there to try to push him to the front and see what happens here. But you know what? We're going to see if he stays up high with his teammate or if he goes down low there, and right now it looks like he's going to commit it to stay up to the high group.
Yeah, it looks like he decides to go to the bottom there. He did. Was really going to be a minute for as the 82 and the 83, as he saves it, the 82 and the 83 get into each other right in the middle of 1 and 2.
They did. I saw that. We saw that live there, but a good save by the 83 of Jack Walls. The problem is he's going to go way back to the back and probably lose the draft here. In an unfortunate set of circumstances, he's going to need probably a caution now to catch back up to that lead group there. But 88 out front there, James Christensen and his machine. And man, they are 3 wide battling it up front.
As you see, the 55 tried to slow the momentum of the 54 on the top, and I don't quite think he was clear, but DJ gave him the room anyway, as Butch wants that lead back bad.
Yes, he does right there. We're seeing out the back end of Jamie. He's got that number 7 of Donnie Lee right there pulling it up front. And number 7, haven't mentioned him all night long, but he has definitely pulled up to the rear end there of Jamie.
Yeah, he's definitely got a mouthful of that JCR sandwich right now, and I tell you what, these guys are really pushing it pretty hard as their nose to tail getting in the 3.
They are right now. You got 3 trucks, 4 trucks all filed in a line. It goes back. Butch Frazier on the outside there. He is trying to maybe get that outside lane going again as the inside has taken off here, so riding along with the leader. But I tell you what, here we go. Butch is trying to bring the outside back and say, look, we're going to put it in hyper mode for hyper sports.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely got teammate of the 18 in Trent Potter last week's winner. Going to tuck in here behind the 54 if he can catch that little bit of speed coming off of turn 2 there, and they'll push these guys, try to push Butch back to the front.
Absolutely, 100% here. I tell you what, they are still nose to tail and 2x2 on the back stretch here. We're going to have 26 laps to go here at Daytona International Speedway, folks. It is going to be a thriller nonetheless here tonight. T-Rex Grills Truck Series. They are battling it out.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Kyle Zimmer's decided to go to the top, and that may be that little bit extra help that the top crew needed to get around the 88 machine of Jamie Christensen here.
Yes, it is. He's looking right here. These guys, man, are side by side. Definitely looking like they are wanting to push those machines, and it's anybody's ball game at this point of what they're definitely going to do. So, hey, my hat's off to them. I definitely, I don't know. I'm up here biting my nails. I know they are, man, gripping that steering wheel as tight as they can, Dustin.
Yeah, as you see the 55 right in the middle of getting into 3, pulls down in front of the 88, and he'll lead, he'll lead lap number 36, or 35, excuse me. So with about 25 to go, you got DJ Anderson on the top. He's had fast speed, and he's got a fast truck behind him. I wonder if anybody will challenge that 55 tonight.
I don't know. Right now, he's been able to push that 55 out front. Bush Frazier right there. He's got that 88 machine all over the back end of it. Don't count out DJ Anderson, though, in that outside lane there. And the number 54 machine, but you also got Donnie Lee, Trent Potter up there. He's been able to bounce back and bring his machine to the front. So a lot of trucks up here. These guys all, I'm going to say, 2, 4, 6, 7 of those trucks there. Anybody's ball game. We're going to have 24 laps. It looks like we're under caution.
Yep, we got a caution. It looked like the 75 of Jeffrey Faulkner and possibly the 48 of Dan Collinsworth got together there.
Wow, let's see if we can't go back here and see if we can rewind just a little bit and see what happened here between those two machines. Oh, looks like that he just did not, like say, another incident with the spotter there. Looks like the spotter didn't tell him, maybe said clear, and he didn't hear it, and boom, right into the wall hard for the number 75 machine. Alright, right here on the caution here tonight. We're going to have about 19 laps here left. Ladies and gentlemen, here as we're just waiting. Dustin's going to checking out some things with the drivers there on the last caution here. So we're watching these trucks go around. We're going to get right back here to the action going on tonight.
We back?
We're back, man, here live tonight. We got the lights out on the pace car here. Take a little break right here, Dustin. All the viewers out there, I want to appreciate them watching here. We're going to have about 20 laps to go this time by here, Daytona International Speedway. As we're seeing the pace car come out of turn number 4 here. It's going to take that hard left turn down onto the pace on pit road, is like I like to call it here, as we're watching right out the front windshield of the machine here. Let's look at them come here. Pace cars in. We're going green flag racing here. Daytona International Speedway, T-Rex Grills Truck Series right now.
Yes, Butch Frazier gets another great start. It looks like maybe.
Yep, Butch Frazier's definitely the man who jumped out front there. He's got the number 14 machine of Carson Huckvar right there all over the back door of him, trying to push him to the front though, but don't count out that man on the outside. And that number 18 machine of Trent Potter. He's also got Donnie Lee there on the inside. And look at that, Jack Walls coming firing back. He had a little mishap early on, almost got in the wreck himself, but he's been able to bring that number machine of his up front, the 83, and the Amtrak's machine up front. But we are 2x2 here up front, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. As we see the 14 jump to the outside and get a good push from the 18, as those guys will battle Butch for this the lead here on lap 41.
Yes, sir. Right now, Carson out front, but you got Butch Frazier side by side, door to door with these two gentlemen going on strong. We're going to have 18 laps this next time by here, Daytona International Speedway, and it is definitely an exciting affair here as you look out the back door. Look at that nose right there on the back end of Butch Frazier. He's pushing him down the back stretch.
Yeah, it's definitely the battle's going to continue as these guys that are back behind them are going to push. As you really see the 14 really trying to get some side drafts off that 55. He's got to be careful there not to get into him.
You're 100% right there. The number 55 out front, though, he is definitely wanting to push this machine as we're looking right here and definitely trying to see. I mean, these guys are not giving an inch up front here, Dustin, and it's definitely something that we're definitely going to keep an eye on here as it goes. And I have about 17 laps to go here. Are you anticipating maybe the big one up front?
You know, the way they're racing right now, we got the best chance for it at the moment. And with these guys, you know, knowing that 18 laps to go, that you know, they're getting a little more excited, but they got to keep their composure here, and they got to be there at the end for sure.
Absolutely. I tell you what, side by side, nonetheless, here as they firing off here for lap number, going to be 17 laps to go here. Who's going to lead this one? I got to tell you what, that's a close one. I'd have to rewind that one back to see who actually would have had that one there with 17 to go as they head off into turn number 1.
Yes, it looked like the 55 as they crossed the line had it barely, but the 14 were really crowding him a whole lot, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. You know, that's not going to last too long. It's good to side draft here, but you got to be real careful on a little push from that guy behind you. As it looks like lap traffic is up ahead as they'll go 3 wide here into turn 3.
They are right there. That's a good thing. The lap traffic, man, leads up our yields to the outside of the lead cars coming through. Good on that part. That's some awesome professionalism for him there. As we're still seeing nose to tail, wheel to wheels to come in here with 16 laps to go. And Butch Frazier will take that one there by just a fender over Carson Huckvar in the number 14 machine.
Yeah, for sure. This battle up front's intensifying every lap, and you know, as long as guys keep their, you know, as we talked before, and you know, are aware of what all is going around them, you know, one slight move and this whole pack could be turned upside down.
Yeah, in line, and I tell you right now, some good professionalism is that 14's trying to get out front of Butch right there, but he can't get it done. And look at that side draft that Butch puts on him right up there. Oh, we got the big one. We just talked about it. Holy cow, it is. There's about 4 or 5, half the field, Dustin. Man, I'm going to say almost all the field was involved in that one.
Yeah, that's a tough break. You see the 88 of Jamie Christensen and Donnie Leah being able to limp their machines by the craziness that which just occurred.
That was, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to rewind it here because we were just talking about it, and it happened with the lead cars, and oh, Wow, look at that. I mean, we're talking about, holy cow. I mean, viewers, you just saw pretty much 3/4 of the field just almost got wiped out right there. And that's what me and Dustin was just talking about. The big one. The way these guys were driving, and they were so close to each other. I just, wow. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the one that, you know, we were expecting but didn't want to see. And I got a lot of tore up race trucks. We'll have to see, you know, who can get their trucks down pit road and just, you know, see what happens.
I'm gonna tell you, you're right, Chris. That looked like it was pretty much just about the whole entire field. I have never seen anything like that. I mean, normally we see maybe, you know, 4 or 5 cars, but holy cow, Dustin, that looked like the 3/4 or more of the field just got wiped out right there. I don't know what to say. And fans, that was just a tremendous wreck right there that happened, and unfortunate for a lot of them. Now, Nelson Riviera, though, the man that is now on point, along with Carson, I ain't going to try to pronounce his last name. I'll let Dustin do that for me, is sitting in second.
Yeah, Donnie Lee is sitting in second. Nelson Rivera looks to be your leader as of what I got.
Nelson Rivera is who I'm showing as the leader right now.
Yep, Nelson is your leader, along with Donnie Lee in second.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, viewers, that was a heck of a wreck. That was crazy. You're right. My same exact words there, Chris. Crazy. And all I can say about that one. That's if we could say the big one, that definitely was a huge one right there, Dustin.
Yeah, we got a lot of trucks on pit road getting service, and you know, it's just gonna see who's left here after that one. That one's definitely gonna wipe out quite a few of them. So we'll definitely see some trucks that we hadn't seen up front being able to have their time up here, and you know, we'll see how this race changes with just 14 to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, there. Now let me ask a question: do they have fast fixes?
We do have one fast fix.
Okay,
so,
cool. So some of them will be able to get back out, right? So some of them will be able to get back out there, right?
Oh yeah. There's plenty that's got back out there, but just determining on who else was caught up earlier in certain situations, whether they still have that quick repair or not.
Well, I agree with you there, man. That was just incredible. So I mean, it's not. I mean, when we say fast fixes, folks, we're meaning that they actually still can have a reset if they have not used it. So definitely, even though that was the big one there for the race, and I definitely tell you that was a huge one right there. Huge wreck. Took out pretty much 3/4 of the field here at Daytona. But they definitely, if they go back in, use that fast fix, get the thing fixed, get back up front. I mean, they're still in this race because we're going to have probably about 10 laps to go here. And the way they were racing before, Dustin, I don't think they're going to stop. So we might not have seen the last. I'm hoping. I know you're hoping and crossing your fingers. But we might not have seen the last of something like that again.
Yeah, unfortunately not. You know, we'll see as we go back green here shortly. But I tell you what, guys have done some excellent racing here tonight, and that's just a tough break of looked like a little bit of net code. You know, the 14 had been crowding a 55 all night, and 55 and just a little bit, but didn't come into him, and just shot the 14 up, and when it did, the 14 came back down. When he did, the 18 got into him. So, and then of course it's in front of the field, and you know, we said the big one was going to happen. We just didn't know when, and it definitely happened there, and it tore up a bunch of race trucks.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I 100% agree with you on that. We tore up a massive amount of race trucks here, as we're seeing. And now Nelson was the one who was he got the benefit of all that. He's out front. Now, again, does he want to be out front? That's the next question, because, hey, he's got a target on his back. He's going to be a sitting duck here. We're going to have, what, it's going to be 11 laps to go here?
It looks about 11 to go when we come back to the line. So Nelson's up front. Nelson's hadn't talked much about him tonight. Very fast truck. About everywhere he goes, part of that Wild Racing Dumper Speed Shop crew. And Carson Albay, is he's going to be sitting outside. We'll see the two new guys up front here tonight. Who's going to take this thing to the finish?
Here I'm sitting right there. Carson Albay sitting on the outside. DJ Anderson right behind him as we're going down the bad stretch. About getting ready to set to go back. Green flag here. We're going to have 11 laps to go here. Harry J. Walls Memorial 150. Dustin, hey, I'm getting pumped up. I know everybody else out there is too.
Yeah, for sure. And as we're heading them down the back stretch, this is Speed Weeks. Daytona can be kind of rough sometimes. Hopefully these guys will shake this off, and we'll get back to green race, finish this race well, and get on next week to Chicagoland.
Yeah, Chicago should be a good track there. Should be hopefully not as bad. Won't be as bumper to bumper as this one is, but as we're coming out of turn number 4 here to get these drivers back going here in these trucks tonight under the lights at Daytona International Speedway, as we're going to see that little pace car poke around here. Turn number 4, he's going to take the hard left turn down pit road, send these monster machines off here. Green flag, Daytona International Speedway tonight. We're going to have 11 laps to go here as they roar off into turn number 1. Nose to tail, Dustin. Here's Nelson is getting a heck of a push from DJ.
Yeah, he is, and that was not a good start by the 11, and that bottom line just going to take off. So we'll see if those guys can get a good push, or who's going to go to the top here quick, as we're already looking 3 wide.
Man, it's 3 wide, almost 4 wide back there. So we got a truck down there on the apron a little bit, and man, a power move there by Jack Walls. It looks like he's trying to push that Amtrak machine to the front. He's on a mission. He's looking like a freight train. Actually, that's the 99 machine of Corey Wharton, which is a teammate of Jack Walls. Them two are going to try to bring him to the front here. He is tucked behind that 54 machine, the NOS machine of DJ Anderson, trying to bring that outside to life here. We got to have 10 laps here. We got 9 laps to go. And next time by here at Daytona International Speedway. I think Dustin might be handling something with one of the drivers there. That's okay, as these trucks here, man, are 2x2, nose to tail on the back stretch here. As Nelson right there, he has Donnie Lee behind him trying to push him to the front, but on the outside you have got DJ Anderson along with Corey Wharton in the 99 machine helping him push that outside lane there, as we're going to have 9 laps to go. Nelson's going to lead this one here. Look at those trucks fire off into turn number 1, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. As this battle's starting to heat up, as DJ Anderson looks, it's got Corey Wharton on his back bumpers. Those two with Butch Frazier going to try to push past these leaders.
Yeah, it is, dude. We're looking out the window here. DJ Anderson here, as he is trying to bring that outside lane to life here. He's got a little bit of help behind him. If those trucks tuck up behind him and help push him, most notably Corey Wharton and the other Amtrak machine, Jack Walls down there below him. As we're seeing Nelson out front, he's the man that hopes that they stay back there and don't for another at least 8 laps here. So, we got some jockeying for position going on back in the back. As these guys, it's go time. They are definitely not going to give an inch.
No, you're right, and I tell you what, right now, a good push on the top. 99 of Corey Wharton with, he's got a hungry man. Number 55, Butch Frazier, been up front all night long, finding himself on the top back behind these guys. That bottom gets a real good push. And I tell you what, it's going to be exciting to see how this thing finishes out, because these guys are not giving an inch.
Absolutely. I tell you what, here we go. Side-by-side action here. Oh, look at Donnie. Oh, and I knew he was creeping up, and then all of a sudden we knew it was going to happen. Another big one there. Wow, Donnie Lee looks like he was just kind of trying to close the door there on DJ Anderson. There wasn't enough room, and he was trying to squeeze it in there as we saw him coming down the back stretch here. See if we can't get another angle here for the folks. It looks like he was just going to try to shut the door on the outside there, DJ, but his spotter might have said, hey, you're clear. He kept creeping and creeping. He thought he had it. Nope. Wow. Oh, and Corey Wharton might have got a little bump there, but oh, hard lick again by Donnie.
Yeah, for sure. As we're looking back, Donnie just seemed to get kind of sucked up into the air of the 54 and come across the nose, and that's a tough break for DJ, as those guys are battling for position, and just have a guy drift up on you like that. It's just a tough break,
Yeah,
and definitely not intended by the 7 for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one there. None of this stuff was intended by any of the drivers. The man out front, Nelson, though, I tell you, we're probably going to look at about either a green, white check or 2 laps to go here, Dustin. So it's not over with, folks, by a long shot here. And it's going to be, and anything can happen at Daytona. Just because Nelson's up front and Mike and all them's up there doesn't mean they're going to be there at the end of this one, because we just don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, it's about anybody's bet. We see looks like the 83 of Jack Walls is sitting in the 4th position right now. We talked earlier, we put this race on, or he did put this race on for his dad, Harry J. Walls Memorial 150, and as I said, it's been a crazy one here at Daytona, which normally is, and just excited to be able to bring this and let the fans see this, and it'd be a great tribute to his dad's life.
I agree with you there on that one, Dustin. There, as we just saw, brought up the sponsor thing there, the picture of him. Great man, Harry J. Walls Memorial 150. Jack Walls putting this thing on here, and it has been nothing less exciting. And he's trying to pull off a win here. He's sitting in a catbird seat to be able to do it, because we're probably going to have at least 3. I'm gonna estimate around about 3 laps to go here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good little battle here to the end, and we saw this last week. It had a late caution with about 3 to go, and then finished under caution. So hopefully tonight these guys can finish it out, and this is Daytona. This is our speed weeks, and it's tough. There's a lot of guys wanting to get out of here. I'm one of them. I definitely want to get out of Daytona and move on to Chicagoland next week. So just excited for what this season holds, and each week it looks like it's possible. You could have a different winner each week. So that's something to be thankful for, and we'll see how this one ends up, as Nelson's really in a good spot right now.
Yes, he is. Nelson is definitely sitting up front. But you say good spot, and I say good spot. Normally it would be. But, man, this is Daytona. Is it really a good spot?
No, but I tell you what, over that last run, he was able to keep that bottom down there. And when you got the 99 of Corey Wharton behind you this late in the race, he's going to be pushing hard. He wants a good finish here tonight. And we'll see what happens, but he's got a fierce competitor of the 82 on the outside, so it's definitely going to be a key to get a good restart, and hopefully everybody back behind you is going to push you hard, and you guys can make a go of this here at the end and get around that 12.
That's true right there, and you're 100% right, though. It's I don't know, man. I don't even want to tell who's going to win this one here. Like I say, you're going to have about 3-4 laps to go. If the lights go off on the pace car, we're at least going to have 3 laps to go here, and it's any one of those guys' race, actually, from the first probably back to the top 10, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, last week, we saw right now we've only got 13 trucks on the lead lap, and that's from attrition of things going on. So we'll see. 13 different guys could win this race, so it's all depending on who can get there to the line at the end. And if you have another big one, it freezes the field. We're definitely going to have to take a look and get this finishing order the way it needs.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we're looking, and let's see. want to see if this lights go off on this pace car. And we're going to have about 3 laps to go when we would go green flag. We're on the bad stretch right now. So definitely tensions are getting high here to see who. And I know the man out there in front, Nelson, who was in that number 12 machine, is probably going, man, is this one over yet? Come on now. I'm going to have 3 laps, and these guys behind me are going to try and do everything they can. And most notably, let's say right here, the number 99 and 83 of the Amtrak machines are relatively 3rd and 4th. I think Dustin's talking to some of the drivers here, getting them pumped up and ready to go, as we're going to have 3 laps to go. And like I just said, you're looking at the Amtrak Express right there in 3rd and 4th. Those 2 drivers are teammates, and they might try to hook up and go to the front. Let's see what we got here. Definitely Nelson as we're watching down the back stretch here. I'll tell you what, I am pumped up in anticipation here of what's going to happen. I hope all the viewers are. Appreciate every one of you sticking around here for the night. Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 pace car is in turn number 3 right now, going into turn number 4. And I tell you, it's going to be a heck of a show here. It already has, but it's going to be a heck of a finish here as we're going to watch and see what happens here up front. Coming out of turn 4 here, headed to the tri-oval. That, like I say, the pace car is going to make a hard left right here as we see into the pit road and send these monster trucks, man, heading off on the start-finish line into turn number 1. Going to be 3 laps to go. Daytona International Speedway tonight. T-Rex Grills, we're green flag and running, folks. Heading off into turn 1, and Nelson gets a heck of a jump out front. Let's see if he's going to go high and try to block the little bit of the 82. No, he lets him come up front. So he's going to hope Corey Wharton and that 99 machine is number 82 there, trying to bring it to the front. Mike brings it to the front, and he's got Jack Walls all over the back end here as they're firing down the back stretch, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. That was definitely a good idea of Abbott and Jack to get together. So we'll see who can battle this one out to the end.
Man, absolutely. And they go single file now here as you were looking at it right now. Mike Abbott is the man out front, but he's got Jack Walls all over the back bumper of him. Look at this firing off down here in the back stretch. We're going to have 2 laps to go this time by, and we're going to go around to catch the white flag the next time they make a lap here at Daytona. I think Dustin's still talking with some of the drivers out there right now, but we're still watching this action up front here. Folks, I tell you, I want to appreciate the viewers out here, but this one is not over with yet. Definitely keep watching here as we're going to have the white flag this next time by. They coming out of turn number 4. Mike Abbott is leading a freight train of trucks here with Jack Walls right there behind him, and they got another group that's pulled off a little bit as they head into the tri-oval. We got a wreck. We got one spinning. Don't know if that's going to bring the caution out, but if it does, Jack might know it is as he's all over the back for the last lap. No caution yet. Right now up front, Mike Abbott has definitely got his hands full with Jack Walls right here. Nelson there in the 3rd place. Dustin, hey, this is what we came to see on the last lap.
Yeah, for sure. As it looks like Mike Abbott and Jack Walls are just gonna look like they're gonna stay side by side. As I say that, looks like Jack makes a look to the outside. Nelson's gonna push him. He's gonna try to make that truck wide. It's gonna be a drag race here off of 3.
Yes, it is, as they're coming out of here to the tri-oval part here to the start-finish line. Look at that. Jack Walls will win this one tonight. He took it over Mike Abbott right there on the last lap.
Yeah, that was an awesome job by Jack last lap pass.
Yes, it was. Let's go back and watch that again. Here's where we watch these trucks fire. He goes to the outside, and he had Nelson helping him right there, trying to do it the corner to tri-oval. And I tell you, Mike Abbott tried everything he could to hold him off. But Jack Walls, in memory of his dad, pulls off the victory tonight here. And it looks like Nelson will be the man right there behind him also that helped him and pushed him to the front. A heck of a finish, and congratulations to that man right there. You know he's going to be very emotional over this one.
That was a great job. Yep, the 83 and the drivers, the camaraderie of this league. Everybody can congratulate him on his win here tonight.
Absolutely, and I definitely want to congratulate him. You're right, Chris timed that one perfectly to do the pass there in the last closing turn, and he had help. Nelson was definitely going to help and push him to the front. Man, I want to appreciate all the viewers out there for sticking through the stream and whatnot with us and watching this one. And that right there, my hat's off to that man. Jack Walls, in honor of his father tonight, brought that Amtrak machine to the front. He looked like a freight train going to the front there, Dustin. He pushed it. I mean, he had the steam rolling off of that machine.
Yeah, I tell you what, you should hear some of these drivers on pit road down here just congratulating Jack. And guys said, if it couldn't be them, they definitely want that 83 in victory lane tonight. So that's awesome to hear. And as we look, the 12 said he was definitely going to make sure that the 83 made it to victory lane. So that's a good gesture by him.
Well, he definitely pushed him as hard as he could push there. Hey, my hat's all still to Mike Abbott. I mean, you want to win, and he was definitely a heck of a professional there. He tried to hold off, but a hard charging Jack Walls there, bringing it to the front, and he had help by Nelson there, and rightfully so. Like you said, definitely a lot of respect here, and can't wait to get him up in here and talk. But first off, man, let's get our third place man here, and actually let's get the results going here, as we got Jack Walls, man, winner tonight in this Harry J. Walls Memorial 150. Nelson Rivera in second, Mike Abbott in third, Jamie Christensen in fourth, Ron Collinsworth sitting in fifth, Trent Potter in sixth, William Long in seventh, Corey Wharton in eighth, Carson Abdu, is that right?
Abe.
All right. And ninth, DJ ends around at the top 10, and I tell you what, so I definitely want to get Mike up in here and actually.
All right, we'll grab Mike.
We'll grab Mike and actually get him, if we can get a word with him. And Dustin, I'll let you talk to him.
Mike Abbott, great third place finish tonight, man. You had the lead coming to 2 to go, and you had to figure those guys were going to try to work around you as you were a sitting duck, but you did an excellent job tonight surviving. Tell us about your race.
It was eventful there in some parts. I got kind of caught up in one big one. Was able to get the truck repaired and back towards the front there, but I can't say how much I appreciate you guys putting this on, Jack sponsoring this, and
yeah, you're right, bud. Well, finishing third place tonight, what charity did you guys want to support us getting $20 donated in your name?
it's going to be a local cancer support group, and their name it's CAST. It stands for I gotta find it here. Cancer Assistance Support Team. They kind of helped out a family member of ours that passed away, and they did a lot of good stuff for them with making sure they had food, money for gas to get to the hospital and appointments that they had. So that's where I'd like my donation to go.
Awesome job, man. JCR top 3 here tonight. It's it's good to see. I heard you congratulating Jack as well as everybody else did, and if you couldn't be in victory lane, it's good to see him. And that's a stand-up job by you and your whole crew tonight. So we just want to congratulate you on your third place finish.
Yeah, thanks again. And like I said over the truck radios, if I wasn't going to win, I'm glad to see Jack cross the line in front of me.
Awesome job, man. We'll see you next week at Chicagoland.
All right, thanks, guys.
Well, Dustin, I tell you what, man, I tell you what, you can feel the emotion, feel the excitement in the air here. As let's bring up the second place runner here, and the man who pushed the winner there, Nelson. So go ahead, Dustin, I'll let you have that one.
Nelson, but good to see you up front again here tonight. It was a wild one for sure. Tell us a little bit about how your race went tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while since I talked to you guys. Typical up and down restrictor plate race. Got into an early incident there running up front. Had struggled to recover from that, and the cautions just fell to my favor there at the end. Stayed out on that last, second to last caution, and gave me the track position I needed to finish up front. But obviously I didn't win the race, but if anybody was going to win out of us three there, I'm glad Jack won. I already told Mike, no offense, but there was no way I was going to help you there at the end. This race is dedicated tonight to the Walls family for Jack losing his dad. So we're dedicating this to his dad, and it's a great night, bouncing back to second place after last week at California. Wasn't, the finish I was looking for, so this is a great night. Hopefully we can go on from here.
Well, awesome job, bud. Jack's put up some money here, and he's got $30 to the second place finisher, and that's you. And just wanted to ask you what charity you were going to be letting the donation go to.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm proud to put my name on a check to the Autism Awareness Foundation.
Awesome. Well, we got Jack Walls here in the booth. Jack, is there anything you want to? I know you guys were talking over the radio together, but anything you want to say to Nelson for him giving you that push there at the end?
I appreciate that push. I couldn't have done it without him.
No problem, man. You ran strong all night, so my pleasure.
Yep, and I guess I owe you one now, and I'll have to pay you back.
Yeah, and I won't let you forget it either.
Very good. That's a good thing. I have a short memory.
All right,
Nelson. Well, we appreciate you as we're going to get down here in Gatorade Victory Lane with our winner tonight, number 83, Jack Walls. We'll see you next week in Chicagoland.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, Dustin, I tell you what, we'll run off down here to Victory Lane. It has been a heck of a night, an emotional one, I know, from the start. Harry J. Walls Memorial 150, and a great cause, a great event, and a thrilling finish. But we have got Jack Walls here with us, Dustin. And, man, Jack, it's Joe White up here in the booth. How you feeling after bringing that Mean Machine Amtrak's truck to the front?
Hey, I'm feeling really good. I really wanted to get the pole tonight, but looked like my teammate beat me out on that. But starting second, it was good to be up front, and proud to be in this race to honor my father and his railroad career. He worked 49 years on the railroad, started with the Pennsylvania Railroad in 1950, and retired from Amtrak in 1999. So, and with that said, being the winner, I'm going to donate my winnings to the American Heart Association. I know my dad would like that. He had heart issues since he retired. And so I'm going to make a donation in his name for this win.
That is awesome. I tell you what, just the emotions. I mean, I can't imagine there, doing this race for you. Hell, I got emotions here just thinking about it, man, because of my father passing away. But that is awesome. Harry J. Walls Memorial 150, and you just to be able to storm to the front, not only win, but bring an Amtrak sponsored truck to the front and make it look like a freight train coming to the front doing it. That's probably what makes it all more exciting and special. Who you got anybody out there you want to thank, Jack?
Yeah, I think my dad was behind me, also giving me a little push there when I needed it. And also like to thank Dustin Phillips, the owner of our team and the administrator of the league. It was his idea to come up with this memorial race in the first place. So, when he brought it up, I thought, great, this is nice. And you couldn't have a better group of guys that we have in this series, the T-Rex Grill Series. All nice group of guys. I couldn't be more honored than to race with these guys. They've taught me a lot over the past year.
Well, we appreciate it for all of us here, Fusion Motorsports TV, myself here at FMTV2 tonight, to be able to broadcast this thing for you and bring this awesome event. Dustin, you got anything you want to say to him?
I do, man. I probably have so much to say, Jack. I couldn't be more thrilled for you to be down here in Victory Lane. As a team owner, as a friend, as just a guy that respects everything that you do for this league, and just the way you carry yourself, I couldn't be happier to have you a part of what we do. And I'm looking forward to you being around with us for a long time, and maybe making this an annual event. And I tell you what, just exciting for me to be even a part of it. You said it was my idea, but I felt like it was the right thing to do. I didn't know your dad personally, but he just, from what I've heard from you, from what I've seen through Facebook and the things that you put up about him, that he was a great man and respected by so many. So it was just an honor for us to put this on for you tonight. And it's so awesome to be able to have you in Victory Lane as well. And just looking forward to the rest of the season. And I almost get to a point where I'm speechless, which is very rare, in just how things turned out tonight for you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate those kind words. I do want to give one more shout out to the drivers that also had a railroad theme on their cars. Will Long came up with that idea to come in with a railroad paint, and a bunch of other guys came in also. So I send my appreciation out to them also. I thank them very much. Thank you.
Awesome job. We had the Chicagoland next week, and in the Dumper Speed Shop 150, and going in to next week, you're definitely on a high right now. You feel like you have the momentum going in the next week to having a pretty good truck and definitely good teammates. And how's your chances for next week's race?
My chances aren't too good. I'm going to have to get a different driver for my truck, I think. I'm heading to Tennessee down to visit my son and daughter-in-law, my grandson. And unless I can come up with some type of laptop and portable steering gear, I won't be able to make that race.
Well, all right, we may have to find you a sub, but we'll be working on that this week. So, guys, stay tuned for that. That'll be the excitement news of the week. So, but moving on to next week, we're going to be excited about getting to Chicagoland. And, Jack, we appreciate everything you're doing, bud.
10-4, buddy. Thank you.
All right, Dustin, I'll tell you what, I don't know. I'm going to have to take a drink after this one. That was a heck of an exciting finish here tonight. Harry J. Walls, definitely an emotional one there, and an exciting young man there to be able to pull this victory off for his dad.
Yeah, you couldn't have scripted it any better for that. I'll call him young man, because he is he drives with a passion that is hard to find. Just being around him and knowing him. So, I'm excited to see him win this thing, but on the other hand, just what he does behind the scenes that guys don't know about, I owe a lot to him as well. So, moving on to next week, Chicagoland and the Dumper Speed Shop 150 at Chicagoland. is going to be a different pace than it was here tonight, and looking forward to it. You know, looking back on the night, Joe, if I might, you know, Daytona's Daytona, and we know that. And, you know, there was a lot of tempers flaring here tonight, and we'll hope that guys have short memories, and we'll move on to next week, and we'll put on a good show for these guys. And just be excited that you guys are here each and every week putting this on for us, and we appreciate it.
Well, we thank you too, and you're right. You know, Daytona's Daytona, and he definitely had a few incidents, but like you said, that's what this track breeds. You know, it breeds that. We had the big one. That was the exciting one of the exciting moments, along with the last lap pass there for Jack Walls to be able to pull it off tonight. And with that note, I tell you what, appreciate all the viewers hanging in there and watching this one. Appreciate Dustin being up here in the booth with me tonight, calling this race, and it has been a heck of a race here at Daytona International Speedway for the Harry J. Walls Memorial 150 for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series USRL TV right here. I'm going to tell you what, FMTV too. Check out the website, FusionMotorsportsTV.com. I want to appreciate everyone, and I want to wish everyone a good night.